Hey y'all, it's CherokeeStarfish. We're back with more Baldur's Gate, and well, if you were here for the last episode, we had a little bit of trouble with some basilisks over here in this area. And the reason that we had trouble, in part, is because our party wizard, Denahir, dear Denahir, she has not been able to learn a couple of the spells that we've picked up. And I was theorizing that maybe it was some sort of glitch or bug. I wasn't sure. I didn't want to pin that on the game, but I just couldn't think of anything else. And I realized it's been a little while since the last time that I played Baldur's Gate. I've played it several times, quite a few times, but it's been several years since the last time that I touched it. And it's also been a long time since I played 2nd edition Dungeons and Dragons, which of course is what Baldur's Gate is based off of. Well, in 2nd edition Dungeons and Dragons, and therefore in Baldur's Gate, there's a rule about how many spells a wizard can know, how much room they have to scribe spells in their spell books based on their intelligence score. Hers is 17, which is pretty good, but unfortunately, because it is 17, she is bumping up against that limit. So that's the reason why we have several spells, namely these right here. Well, not all of them. Actually, she does know Horror and Grease, I think. But Agonazar, Scorcher, Stinking Cloud, Blindness, and, importantly, Protection from Petrification, which would really help us against those basilisks. That's why they are still sitting in our backpacks, is because Denahir does not have sufficient intelligence score to actually learn them. She doesn't have room. So, yeah, that was my bad. That was my foolishness. But we have a solution, right? Because among the many potions that we have been hanging on to use in case it came up, right? Which, actually, that needs to go out there. We have a Potion of Genius, which gives you +4 intelligence, up to a maximum of 25 for 3 hours. So the way that the game calculates this is you can learn spells based on your current intelligence score, and it doesn't matter if that intelligence score subsequently drops back down below the number that you need to have the current quantity of spells learned in your spell book. That's completely okay with the game. What matters is you just can't learn more than a certain number if your intelligence is under a certain number. So if we raise hers to 21 with this Potion of Genius, she can learn those other 4 spells. And then when her intelligence in 3 hours drops back down to 17, she will still know them. So, no big deal, right? So, that's what we're going to be doing. Let's go ahead and there we go. Now you will see her intelligence is 21. Yeah, it's honestly, it's pretty good. It's pretty great. Oh, she also needs to learn Reflected Image. I forgot that she didn't have that one either. There we go. Look at this. We're learning so many things. Now I think... Okay, so she knows all of these. She should know all of these as well, I think. I'm pretty sure that we have double checked. And yep, it looks like she knows Flame Arrow, Infravision, we know she's got that. Chill Touch, Chromatic Orb. Does she have Blur? Yes. Okay, I thought so. She can't learn Luck or Friends. Alright then. Well, there we are. And of course, that's a scroll that we are hanging on to for ourselves. Okay, good. Good. Well, we're off to a good start. So, with that in mind, let's decide where we're going from here. We do have a little bit of unfinished business with the Basilisks that we probably need to finish. But we're talking about heading over this way and visiting the lighthouse on the coast and clearing out this zone as well. So, since we are closer to there, I think that that's probably what we're going to do. I think that we're good down here. I might double check before we leave because we can just load it if we waste any time. I want to check around the mines and make sure that I'm not missing a zone down here. There is one zone that is enhanced edition content, which I'm not showing off because we don't have the appropriate characters in our party. So we may come back to that towards the end of the game, once we get into like DLC content after we finish the main campaign and stuff. But I'm not sure. I want to double check. Then we'll head over this way, and then we should be done with this whole area, and we can loop back around and go to the Basilisk area before we head towards the Cloak Wood. So, okay, let's make sure that we are... There we go, hard saved.
Shall be as you wish.
There you go, you can hear her potion of genius wearing off. Yeah, soon the lighthouse. Our party's doing so well. I'm very happy with our growth. Ah, look here. Ta-da. We did forget a zone. That's why I wanted to check. I thought that was the case.
It shall be as you wish.
Alright, well then we will start here. Let's see what we can see. This is like on the way to the mountains where they had told us, like the Cloud Peaks or whatever, where they had told us before that there were
gadgets I have. Yes, I do.
winter wolves. Oh, Hafiz. Please, wait a moment. I must talk with you. It is very important. Okay, what do you have to tell us, old gnome? Thank you. Just let an old man catch his breath. And now then, let me introduce myself. I am Hafiz Ben Watat, astrologer, scientist, and mage. Please tell me your name. Are you nuts? I'm not telling you my name. For all I know, you may be some crazy assassin. Gods know there's been enough of them. Honestly, a reasonable response at this point. No, we're generic. Okay, there we go. Generic. Yes, that's the name I remember. I've seen your face in my dreams. The dreams of you are always ones of blood and death, and there is another who watches, an evil man. They always end with your death or mine. It is so strange that I should meet you, the focus of these dreams. You must be very special. Tell me about yourself. Perhaps I can help you. Well, we got a lot of interesting options here. What should we say? Don't really have anything to tell, especially to want to know so little about. Hopefully now that we've met, your dreams will end. Or, well, if your dreams always ended with one of us dead, perhaps we shouldn't be talking at all. Not personal, but I really want to be the one who comes out of the dream still breathing. Or there's quite a bit to say. Don't really know if I have the time to go into all the details. Used to live at Candlekeep with my father, Gorion. A little while back we were forced to flee. Seems like someone out there really wants me dead, and trying to kill me, he killed my dad. Which is the most dramatic? Probably number 3, right? Probably telling the truth, because it's like, in trying to kill me, he killed my dad. My father. Alright, let's go with that one then. I am sorry to bring back such painful memories. I wish to help you.
and in doing so end these dreams that plague me. Here, take this. When you do battle against the 6 who serve your father's killer, read this scroll and it will protect you from their wrath. Goodbye now. Perhaps we shall meet again.
You don't say. Oh, it gave us a protection scroll. Can you identify what it is? Protection from magic. Well, indeed, quite useful. Quite useful. The 6 who serve your father's killer, he said. We will learn more about that later. I'm almost sure of it. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Sometimes the night noises in the backgrounds, like they have weird bird noises. And because they're sporadic, it's almost kind of like when I'm playing Hellgate London and they will have ambient noises, ambient monster noises.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
And it's because, you know, there's either a monster in another part of the zone that I can't see, or maybe it glitched out and spawned in the wall or something. I don't know. You can never find them. It might literally just be background noise. But it always has me glancing around like, where is it? Where's the monster I can't see? I can hear it. I can hear it, but I can't see it. Where is it? So I'll hear random bird noises, and it's just like, what was that? Was that a zombie? Alright, let's follow the cliff face over this way. Clear out this little bit before we leave it behind, because this map, the way that it's made, you can't really go around the perimeter the way that we often do and like circle back around. So rather than double back, we might as well just get it while we're here. There we go. Kept thinking their line of sight was going to clear that last little bit of fog of war. Like, nope, 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 not quite.
I serve the Flaming Fist.
Do you? Hold, I'm a member of the Flaming Fist and require that you identify yourselves. We're a rampaging horde of Tarrasques. Cree, cree. Gosh. Well, we're not mercenaries in the service of Amn. We don't have to answer no stinking questions. Probably, since these are the Flaming Fists, we should probably just tell them the truth. We are adventurers. Adventurers, huh? Well, you should keep a lookout. There's been quite a few reports about bandits causing trouble around these parts. Also, I've been searching for a deserter. His name is Samuel. He should be traveling with a woman. There's a bounty of 50 gold for his capture. All right, then. Perhaps we'll meet again. Goodbye. So this guy's going to hang out here, and if we find Samuel, we can come back to him to claim that bounty.
Go for the eyes. Go for the eyes.
He's coming down to actually help us fight the war dogs because they're hostile. He still operates off the same script as any other Flaming Fist NPC, so when he sees us get attacked, his job is to help, which is nice. Probably should. There we go. That way we don't have to look for him. Oops. Is there anything else down here? I think this is the very bottom. Yep. Let's find out. Is there another map down here? I don't think there's another zone. Yeah, okay.
You have but to ask.
Well, then I'm asking for there to be another map after this one. Or perhaps not. Maybe we do want this to be the edge of the map so we can go back the other way. I can't remember if there are any caves or anything up in these mountains. I don't think that there are. There are some NPC encounters. Oh, see, there's some stuff like this. That's why you search everywhere. Look at... Ooh. Hello. Hello. Here. Yes. Emmeline. Do you have room? You have some room. We need to get a few more, arrows next time that we encounter someone who has a few that we can steal. Ooh, here we go. Her lore is high enough. Denahir was just able to identify this without a spell. Wonderful. So, a ring of fire resistance. Basilisk's passport. The Grand Mage Bodily intended this item to aid in his travels in the Plane of Fire, and it is said he repeatedly summoned a salamander from that realm to aid in the construction. Salamanders not being known for their patience, it is likely he should not have pestered his instructor quite so much. The finger bearing the finished ring was indeed untouched by the inferno that claimed his tower. Had that finger still been attached, Basilista himself might have fared better. Ooh. But look at this 40% fire resistance to whoever wears this. Awesome. That'll be really helpful against, like, you know, flaming swords, dragon's breath, fireballs. So let's see. Who gets this? Probably not either of them, especially since she is also using the Victor. Both of her ring slots are taken up. Minsk has both ring slots taken up. Jaheira's not wearing a ring. Khalid is not wearing a ring. We are wearing 2 rings. We're definitely not giving up the honorary ring of Sunni. Who do you think we should give it to? We could put it on Jin. That way he's protected from fire and electricity. We could perhaps give it to Khalid, because Khalid being our tank, of course, he's gonna, like, draw a lot of the aggro and take a lot of the damage. Jaheira being our second healer, our off healer, as it were, maybe needs to be protected, but she also can cast protection from fire spells. We could swap things around because, see, the reason she doesn't have a ring on is because she's using the amulet. So we could give that amulet to Jin and swap that for his Ring of the Princes, and that would free up a ring slot on him while both of them kept the same bonus to their AC and saving throws, and then he would be able to wear the Ring of Fire Resistance. That might not be bad, especially considering that Denahir, like, has Agonize Our Scorcher and Fireball and stuff now, so there's going to be more fire floating around, or flying around. And our boy Jin here still only has 54 hit points, which is less than Jaheira and Minsk, so let's do that then. So here's what we'll do. We'll give this to her, give this to him, and who has the ring? Here we go. There we go. And then that will show up over here as well. 40 fire resistance, 50 electricity resistance. Not bad. Well, it was worth coming out here just for that, because energy resistance is a huge asset in this game for sure. Any kind of energy resistance, but especially the really common ones, which are fire and electricity. So the fact that we found those boots and now that ring are really great for our boy, because of course, if he dies in combat, you know we have to load it. If anyone else dies, you know, we can cast Raise Dead or something if we've got it, but if Jin goes down, that's it.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
And of course, since fire and electricity are the most common ones, that means that enemies of all types are going to be slinging those all over the place. And enables us to do things like worry a little bit less about him getting caught in Denahir's fireball, for example. If you were watching last time, then last Saturday, you saw me try to mess with the Basilisks a little bit. I was trying to hit them from off screen and had Denahir fire a lightning bolt at one that we couldn't see by using Jin as a target. And I was able to do that because he takes half damage from electricity, which is pretty good. And if you didn't see that episode, if you're watching now on the live stream, then I invite you to head over to our YouTube channel. And you can find a playlist with all the episodes on it for all of the series that we have played. So if you're brand new, hop over there and subscribe. That way you can catch up on anything that you've missed. Or if you are a long-time follower or subscriber and just weren't able to make the stream, same thing. Oh, look here, it's Lena and Samuel. Hello, Samuel.
I think I'm coughing up blood.
Who are you? Where's Lena? Oh, we're friends. Just be still. He doesn't seem like he's in great shape.
How are you?
Please wait a moment, kind sir. You must forgive me for my appearance, but I've been wandering the wilderness for more than a week now. You've got to help me. My friend is badly hurt. He might die if he doesn't get assistance soon. Please help me.
So, what's the name of this friend of yours?
His name is Samuel. Will you help me, sir?
Sure. Where is Samuel? She just points.
This is him right here on the ground. This is Samuel. He's so sick right now. I don't know how much longer he has to live. Could you take him to the Friendly Arm Inn? If you were to take him to Galana Mirrorshade at the Temple of Wisdom, she'd help him, please. Can you do this?
Okay. Sure. What do you think? We're going to have to pick Samuel up and carry him to the Friendly Arm Inn if we want to do this quest. Now, keep in mind, Samuel is a deserter from the Flaming Fists, too. Or at least that's what we've been told. There is a bounty for his capture. It's only 50 gold, though. We could ask for something in return, but that's not very generic. So, shall we help Lena and Samuel? Yes, if I remember correctly, I believe that he turns into an inventory item. That is how we transport him. He's not going to join the party. He's going to be like the dead cat. You just stuff him in a satchel. All right, let's grab him and take him with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much. When you pick him up, be sure to be gentle. Please take him to the temple right away. I don't know how much longer he'll live.
Okay. Lena she's getting out of here. We'll go ahead and finish exploring this map, but there you go. There's Samuel. We don't want to carry him. We'll give him to Minsk. Jin has enough to carry. And yeah, we are on kind of a time limit. So I'm going to finish exploring this region just because there's not very much of it left. We're already almost done. Can't get this bit down here, unfortunately. It's just mountains anyway. You can actually use the debug commands to explore an entire map. And in my youth, I have done that. Just to see what I was missing in case there was some kind of Easter egg or you know, something that maybe you could only get to with like a teleportation spell if you could cast Dimension Door or similar. And there's not a whole lot of that in the game. There are a few instances of that happening.
Down to side.
Ooh. Well, I think it's time for one of those fireballs.
Go for the ice pool. Go for
Come
the
on.
ice.
There we go. Look at that.
It shall be as you wish.
Denna here is such a problem solver. That's why we love a good wizard.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
But yeah, there's a few places like that where there are little islands or shelves of land somewhere that you can only really get to if
As you
you
direct.
use a teleportation spell or a debug command or the, you know, similar. But for the most part, it's not a big concern. Got a lot of floor cache in here today. Man, that was a good fireball. I'm not 100% sure. I think that Jaheira took a little bit of damage from that. I think she might have walked into the edge of it, maybe, but she could have been hit by a gibberling, but for 11 damage, I don't know. I kind of doubt it. That was probably Denny here. Speaking of which, we'll give her that healing potion.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
That way, everybody's got at least 4. Now, the time limit on Samuel's death is relatively generous considering the situation.
Go for the ice pool. Go for the ice. Ask!
Let's give them a right thrashing.
Because, of course, from here, it's going to take a couple days to travel, right? So, they have to be kind of lenient. So we don't want to dawdle,
If you save the day.
but it's also
How
okay
may I
to
be,
remember
Cherokee, as
that
you wish?
game time doesn't go quite as quick as you think it does. Most of the time, for me anyway, I find that to be true. So, you have a little bit more time than you think. That's why it's okay to, look at that. It is okay to explore the rest of this map. So now that we have Samuel, we can take him down here and turn him in for the reward. But obviously, we're not going to be doing that. And actually, we haven't been back to the Friendly Arm Inn in quite some time. I think that now is a great time to do that. It's going to take almost 2 days to get there, so we're, yeah, absolutely going to run into a random encounter.
So I kicked him in the head till he was dead.
That's all right.
Let's give them a right
These regular
thrashing.
bandits aren't going to do too much.
You have but to ask.
All right. My heart's really not in this.
And in fact, this works out because they've got arrows that Imoen can steal.
What is it this time? It shall be as you wish.
Have him pick up these
I've done had enough of this.
trophies as well.
Must rest. He's on my tree.
Don't worry, Minsk. I promise we will rest
have
when we
but
get to
to
the
ask.
end. But yeah, no, actually, it's because Bentley has some magic items for sale.
I grow torpid and require...
Ooh, we got almost
You
the
have but to
entire
ask.
way before we ran into a random encounter. That's pretty good. That's pretty good indeed. Alright, let's head straight over here. Then we can go inside and rest. And then because we fully explored that area, we shouldn't have to go
Stay
back.
thy course a moment to indulge an old
We
man.
can go on to the lighthouse. It's Elminster again. We've not seen him for quite some time.
Well met, young one. I trust thou art well. I've heard many things about thee in the past few 10 days, and I am most impressed.
Ah, all good things, I hope, Elminster, who could kill me by flexing his pinky finger.
That would depend on whom thou would ask, now wouldn't it? For the most part, it would appear that thine actions are well-intentioned, and are therefore received as such. Much as I would have done, though perhaps not using the same method. Likely the clues also point thee in the same direction I would go.
I am certain of where I must go, but perhaps I should confer with you just to be sure, Red Gandalf.
As thou hast no doubt determined, the clues seem to point towards the Cloakwood Forest. It is likely that the scoundrels behind the bandits have some sort of base within the wood. Of course, I'm only telling thee things that thou dost already know. Good luck on thy travels, young one. Be wary as well, for thou art making powerful enemies, both here and within thyself. I am sorry I cannot speak more plainly on this matter, but events must unfold as they will without any meddling from this old man.
That's all you do is meddle. You exist to meddle. You're a professional meddler. He is literally Red Gandalf.
It shall be as you wish.
Here we go. It's like, how much more can you meddle before it becomes meddling?
It would seem that you have someone among you who is badly injured. Is there something I could do for them?
Yes, this man named Samuel. We were told to bring him to you.
Oh dear. It is Samuel, and what bad shape he's in. I'm glad you brought him to me. Such a fine young man. It's a pity that he let himself be persuaded by Lena to desert the Fist. Well, nothing can be done about that, but something can be done about his health. For the service that you have provided, I want you to have some potions. It's a show of my gratitude.
Ta-da! So Lena felt bad about it because she got Samuel in trouble, and so she told us to bring him here, and look what has happened. This is a great quest, actually. So our reputation has increased by 1. We got a potion of heroism and an elixir of health, as well as, there we go, 500 experience points. Love that for us. That party has lost an item. Samuel. So now you can see. Here we go. Reputation heroic 20. That's as
I
high
shall
as
attend to it in a
goes.
trice.
You must gather your party before venturing
I shall attend to
forth.
it in a trice.
And this is where all of the characters that we have met in our travels that we have told not to join our party come. See? Because, like, there's Nira, there's Dorn. So that way we can come back and get them. This is our central location. Elixir of health, potion of heroism, there we go. Only Minsk is tired for some reason. And let's see. Let's go ahead and we'll sell him. Oh, he won't buy those. Okay. Well, he will buy these, though. Oh, we got another scroll of protection for petrification. That's awesome because that is a freebie. That's one more that we won't have to memorize when we go back to the Basilisk area. Star Sapphire, 1,000 gold. Love that. Okay. Now let's see. I think Bentley has a handful of magical items, some decent stuff. I want to see, because we've not looked since the very beginning of the game. He doesn't have a lot. Okay, he's got the Belt of Antipode. That's like the only thing he has. And we sold him that. Yeah, cold resistance plus 100%. Doubles all fire-based damage taken. And yes, that does stack with things like Basilisks passport. But unfortunately, what that means is that then the resistance is applied after the damage has been doubled, so... Okay. Well, that takes care of that. Come on, we must gather our party before venturing forth. Get down here.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
It feels like since we are here, we should just go on to the Cloakwood, but that's not what we're doing. We might get to the Cloakwood this time, maybe. Maybe. But I promised you the Lighthouse, so we're definitely going to do that first. And I also would like to finish the Basilisk Zone before we go on, just because I don't want it to get lost in the shuffle. And if we go too long without doing it, I will absolutely forget to go back. Okay, so let's head over. Let's head over here and do this first, even though the basilisks are closer, because we did just rest, and I didn't have her memorize any protection from petrification spells. So, help me remember to do that. Now, we don't need a protection from petrification spell for everybody. Oh, that took over a day, and now they're already tired again. Okay. Well, to rest again right away, sure. But yeah, help me remember before we go to the Basilisk Zone. The Basilisk Zone? We need to memorize protection from petrification, and we don't need one for everybody. We need them mostly for our frontliners, because they're going to be the ones who charge in first.
Please help me, will you? I am alone on this desolate dry land, and who knows what lurks in these woods.
Oh, it's Shoal, the naiad. Oh, what do you think? Oh, shall we help her? Shall we say, accompany me and I will make certain you are safe? Dear lady, my fine naiad. Yeah, like, not sus at all, right? Wonderful. Perhaps a kiss to show my appreciation. Well. We haven't even done anything yet. That's awfully quick, right? No, Jin is a gentleman, even when he's tipsy. We hardly know it. Not my place. I hardly know it. I am truly sorry, but I must insist.
I'm getting weaker.
Uh-oh.
I'll need a healer as soon as possible.
Look at that. Boom.
Better part of valor! Better part of valor!
Windswept shores, even while there.
Uh-oh. This is no longer fun. I cannot die for this. They are my actions, but not my intent. I can but do as I am bid by the master. The master, you say? Uh-oh. Yeah, see, a naiad's kiss is a powerful magic, so look at that. Inflicted fear on him and took him down to 1 hit point. Ooh. Yeah, immediately Jaheira's like, I don't think so. So, let's give her a chance to explain, though. We can finish her off, but let's give her a chance to explain. I would not be here at all, but my shawl is held by Ogadroth. It is my essence he commands, so to him I listen. It was a lark for a while, but no longer. I do not want to harm you further, but if he so wills, then I must. It is all I can do. Okay, well, So the way naiads work is whenever they leave the water, they have a scarf or a shawl made from like sea foam that takes on a physical form and is basically part of them. And if you can get hold of that shawl, you can make the naiad do almost anything you want them to not just in order to get it back, because of course they're magical creatures like fey beings, and they will die if anything happens to the shawl. But also because you can use the shawl, like, not just to coerce them, but to command them magically. So, let's see if we can help her out. That could be interesting. Yes, do that.
It shall be as you will.
What be this trouble, Shoal? Why have you not destroyed these small pigs?
You're not to make me angry, water child. It's not my fault, Ogredroth. They are stronger than I. Ah, they are meat for larder and gold for purse. Kill them we shall. As you say, so it shall be. Well, by what right do you keep this creature captive, Ogre? Return what is rightfully hers. She told you this. You struck soundly to addle her mind so. 'Tis true that I possess her shawl, but Waterchild, my mate, envy of all others I am. I am Ogre Mage Droth. I kill and kill well. Uh-oh.
My blade will cut you down to size.
Khalid, don't wander off. Oh, it made the mistake of casting Lightning Bolt on Jin, and it did almost nothing. There we go, we got him.
I dream windswept shores, even right there.
Oh, he died and then got back up. It's fine, though. We killed him a second time. Got almost 1,000 XP for that, too. There we go. By the waters of home, I am free once more. You must pardon me for leaving so quick, but I'll not spend another second on this hard land. It was a fun game, but it is stale now. Thank you, goodbye. So there we go. Horn coral gems, some gold, and a magic helmet. So there's a couple ways that can go. Of course, it's also possible to, you can finish her off, you can kill her, and you can see she's kind of fickle. Like, he is commanding her to do these things. So there's a question of like, is she really his mate? You know, exactly what's going on here. There's some dubious consent, perhaps. But it also could be interpreted as like she was in on it. She knew what she was doing, and like she said, it was fun for a little while. She had a good time, you know, seducing and manipulating passersby so that her ogre mage husband could kill them.
I can but try.
So it's possible to kill her as well, and if you do, I can't remember what happens. I think you might be able to get her shawl. I think. I believe so. If you would like to try, I can show you the other version of that because we saved right before this. So if you would like to see what else we can get, or if you think that she's earned a punishment as well, if you think that she also needs to have justice brought to her, then we can make that happen. In the meantime, the Gift of Peace. A helm of defense. Check it out. Prized for its noble origin as much as for its benefits to the wearer, this helm was originally intended to be a simple gift. There was no great crisis at hand, nor dangerous evil to be overthrown, just a wish for a friend to give a gift to another. It could have just as easily been a good book or bottle of wine, but adventurers are eminently more practical in their gift-giving. The helm has seen many great battles since its creation, but the simple virtue at its core is what has always been remembered. It's +1 to saving throws, same protection as other helmets, you know, protects from critical hits. But also +20% cold, fire, and electrical resistance. That's pretty good, right? Now let's see. These are... Oops. These are the Eyes of Truth? Yeah. And Khalid has just a regular helmet. Jaheira has a regular helmet. Minsk has a regular helmet. So any of these three could benefit from this, really. Who do you think should get it? As usual, Khalid, of course, is in the front. He's our tank. Minsk has fewer hit points than he does. So those resistances might come in handy because Minsk is going to die faster if he does get hit. And then there's Jaheira, of course, her being our off healer, support spellcaster. We want to make sure that she lives through any encounter that we get into as well. So I think there's a good argument for all three of them to have this helmet. He's probably got the best saving throws overall, but the energy resistance would be really good for him. Huh. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm thinking Khalid by default, I think. Because the bonus to saving throws isn't going to stack with this. So whoever gets it, since everybody has some kind of ring or amulet of protection, it's just going to be the energy resistance. So I'm thinking, let's give it to Khalid. And then we can give this other cool-looking helmet to... There we go, let's give it to Jaheira. And we're going to have to heal Khalid here. He's going to suck up all of our healing spells because he has so many hit points. There we go. Puts him back in the green at least. And then let's heal Denny here some as well, because I think she got part of that that lightning bolt to the face, perhaps. Yeah, I was trying to figure out where that damage came from because I didn't notice she was hurt right away, and then when I saw that she had taken damage, I was like, oh, that's the only thing that happened, so she must have been standing behind Jin. Beach sound effects. Hey, there's a lot of water on this map, so it's great to see that we were literally just there. What in the world? They spawned literally like right behind us.
Go for the eyes, fool! Go for the eyes!
Oh, they managed to paralyze Jin, of course. Goodness gracious. It's quantum ghouls. Schrodinger's ghouls, they both exist and don't exist until you move out of sight. Ooh, hey though. Here, I'm not sure if she has that spell. Level 2, let's check and see. Yes, she does. Okay, good. That to him. She can carry that. Yes. So, what you'll have to do is you have to turn the Find Traps and Detect Illusion ability on. And make sure you're in that mode in order to find stuff. And then when you level up, it's right here, the Find Traps. and Detect Illusion skills are 2 separate skills, but they operate off of the same mode. So if you're looking for traps, notice, then you'll want to level up the Find Traps skill, but it only works if you turn this mode on. If you wander around or inspect things or click on stuff without having this switched on, she'll never find anything.
It shall be as you wish.
I say she, but you know, whoever your thief character is. Yep, it really pays because there are only so many dungeons in the game, but like in a couple episodes ago, we were wandering around in the woods and we found some spiders and some ettercaps, and there were web traps that fired off and caught us in webs. So even out here, you can technically find traps, so it's useful to have all the time, but in the dungeons in particular, the traps might be few and far between, but they are very nasty. So it is definitely a skill that is worth ranking up. I usually go for open locks first, and like pickpockets as well, so that I can steal stuff early on and get a little boost to my group's power. But Find Traps is crucial once you get to certain areas like Durlag's Tower especially, but also the Firewine Bridge ruins, the Ulcaster School ruins, the Nashkel Mines. There are some in there. There are a few in the Bandit Camp, 1 or 2, but really, like, some of these dungeons like Durlag's Tower, you have to have Find Traps turned on. Alright, Mad Arcand.
Who you are? No, not I.
Oh, he speaks like Yoda. I like you, yes I do, wordle, 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 woo. And I know of a way to make you like me too, wordle, 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 woo. Down by the ocean, down by the sea, there's a pirate ship waiting for you and for me. Bring me what's in it, but don't ever wear it, or sure enough, soon enough, you'll wordle too. Okay. Yes, this guy is a fun character. I encountered an old sage who goes by the entirely justified name of Mad Arcand. Through the froth of his insanity, some interesting clues have surfaced, however. He claims there's a ship along the shoreline containing something of value. He's asked in his way that I return this mysterious item to him, making sure not to use it in the interim. For all his apparent madness, however, I cannot help but be suspicious of this strange man. Wordle, wordle, woo. Well, there's the wrecked ship. Let's go see what he's talking about.
You're a queer fellow.
You have no idea. Does that joke ever get old? Go, let's have Emmeline search for traps, actually, since Notice brought it up. Okay. She doesn't seem to see anything, so... A ring.
You have but to ask.
Okay, well, we have a magic ring. We're not going to use it. Take it back to Mad Arcand.
Happy I am. Yes, I am.
What a beautiful ring! Where did you get it? Most likely quite near where exactly I put it. Wordle, oh, dear Wordle, woo, Wordle, oh, Wordle, oh, woo. I know what you're thinking of Mad Arcand the Stinking, who takes what you give him and gives not in return. So here, take this bottle, but please don't unstopple, or Wordle, poor Wordle, you'll surely get burned. Oh, Mad Arcand, with your crumbling mind, your dizzying ditties are more cryptic than kind. But thanks for this bottle, whate'er it might be. I'm tempted, so tempted to look in and see, but you've warned me against it, and to your words I'll stay true. At least so long as I'm wanting to. So we got an oil of fiery burning and 300 experience points. Oh, a carrion crawler in the middle of nowhere. Okay, sure. Why not? I love when you wander past a monster spawn point.
And then, like, as soon as you step out of view, they just phase into existence. Hey, folks, could you maybe kill this thing? How in the world? Did you see how poorly they did against that second one? What on earth? Goodness gracious. While we wait for Minsk to become unparalyzed, the ring that he gives you is a cursed ring.
You have but to ask.
Just in case you know, just in case you were wondering, in case you didn't pick up on or guess that. Explore the rest of this coastline here. Now, of course, you can get to this zone much earlier than we have done because, as you saw, it's right next to Candlekeep. All right, so if you play this game for yourself, and if you are watching on YouTube, be sure to scroll down, and in the description below the video, you will find a link to where you can get Baldur's Gate for yourself. Do be careful if you come here, because characters like Droth, I mean, they are what they are.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
A bunch of ogres.
All right.
All kinds of ogres. Let's try one of these new spells. Let's see. How about a lightning bolt? Hey! I think that actually hurt us more than it hurt them. I wasn't quite in line. I was going to get all of them and hopefully not graze our guys, but nope.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
Go for the eyes!
Fucked it up. It's okay though.
Go for the
Get this guy.
Let's give them a right
He only has one hit point left. Just take him out. So he's not a problem.
It shall be as you will.
There we go. My goodness gracious.
Butt kicking for goodness!
Even with infravision, I prefer the daylight.
I like that he mentions that specifically. Even with infravision, I prefer the daylight. Have anything good? We don't need your non-magical two-handed swords anymore.
You have but to ask.
Okay, well that was all of our healing, so we probably need to rest. And rest again to heal a little bit. There we go. Now we will talk to the surgeon.
It would seem that you travelers are in need. It is lucky that I found you.
It is not often that I meet travelers in these parts of the wilderness. If you desire, I have the skills necessary to heal you. Okay, but who are you, though? You may call me the surgeon. I heal others in penance for what I have done in my past. Many have died because of a foolish act of charity on my part. I have a brother, an evil man by the name of Daveorn. He lives because I was too weak-hearted to kill him when I had the chance. Many have died at his hands, including our own father. I have heard that he has come to this region, and I hope to meet him one day to rectify my previous mistake. Your group seems to be composed of adventurers. Perhaps you might come to fight my brother. This may be wishful thinking on my part, but take this. It would help you in any fight against magic users. Lie still. Allow me to do my work. Potion of magic protection. There we go. He just heals everybody. And then wanders away. I should have talked to him first, but I forgot what he did, actually. So I was like, no, better be safe. So that when he inevitably attacks us or something, we'll have full health. But that's okay. All resting does is waste time if you didn't need to do it.
My blade will cut you down to size.
Sirens.
Go for the eyes, fool! Go for the eyes! Rask!
It's okay. You can be as invisible as you want to. Uh-oh. Khalid got charmed. Come on, sirens. It's actually...
My blade will cut you down to
I'd have to
size.
stop him ourselves. There we go. That'll take care of Khalid while we take care of the sirens. Also, I heard the noise of a level up. Oh my god, I hate their off-key singing. You know what, let's make this a little easier. Do we have... Oh, we don't. Drat. I was hoping that we had a Dispel Magic memorized, but we do not.
How may I be of this? It shall be as you wish.
What you want? I've done had enough.
Well, that's fine. Hey, look here.
No less.
I think those are arrows of ice. I'm pretty sure. Oh, Minsk leveled up too. We got 2 levels. You can see how if you come here earlier in the game, it could be a bad scene. This first. Oh, they're arrows of biting. Okay. We already have a stack of those. Here we go. Yep. Jihira's rigid thinking or confusion there should wear off in a second. Gain 2,000 experience points for each of those. Sirens are definitely worth it. Let's go ahead and level up Minsk. Oh, he's got a proficiency slot. Look at this. Thaco reduced by 1, 11 hit points. Okay, so because he's a ranger, we cannot put more than a couple slots in a weapon. So he's done with two-handed sword for right now, which means we'll go ahead and put a rank in two-handed weapon style, because that way his attacks get faster. And he needs 38,000 to the next level up. Big oof. Anytime, Jihira. Well, let's go ahead and level her up, I guess. She's feeble-minded and confused. Well, she got a 3rd level priest spell slot. And 5 hit points. Nice. She'll level up in fighter next. Just needs 12,000. Well, a little bit less. You can't change her spells until she's done here. It's alright, I'll have Khalid pick up these pearls. Sirens always drop pearls, which is pretty great. We have to rest. Oh, we can't. Jaira, no.
You have but to ask.
Okay, well, here, we'll go kill some
My
wolves
blade will cut you down to size.
while Jaira is preoccupied. I wish they would stop making us fight wolves. It's pointless, really. Because they are dangerous in quantity, especially at lower levels, but it's like, what do these wolves do? What they do to anybody? Why are they hostile? Who knows? Oh no, Denahir, honey, you don't need to be in front. There we go. Oh, there we go. Jaira finally woke up. Good. And we're almost done with this map, too. Also good. Ooh, more
My
ogres.
blade will cut you
Well,
down to size.
Ogrelons, anyway.
Let's give them a right thrash.
I love that you hear them all chanting as they attack you. Some of them say, "Die, Pipsqueak," and the others go, "Time for some carnage." And both of those are funny. Necklaces and rings and gemstones, oh my. And also floor
It
cash.
shall be as you wish.
They go down pretty easy and they're worth almost 200 a pop, so can't be too upset about having to fight them.
You have but to ask.
Nowhere else to go from here, unfortunately. To unlock the lighthouse, we will have to loop around. That's alright. Y'all don't mind if we get a little loopy on the channel, do ya? Okay, let's just kind of... We'll cut through the middle. So many Ogrelons. And you're going to see the random encounters in different areas are going to change as we continue to go through the game, because of course as we level up, the game has to find different ways to deal with us. So like right now, it thinks that 4 Ogrelons, or a passel of ghouls, is a good way of dealing with us.
Nature's servant, good as
Good
done.
on you if you save the day.
Every time someone levels up, the game sort of has to reevaluate, and it will roll on a slightly different table in the background.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Here, nope, just more rocks. Well, that's fine. Pro tip, by the way, you saw me just then, I clicked and then like set their destination back a little bit. And that's because realistically, you want to kind of use the leading edge of your vision to clear away the fog of war before you get to it. Don't ever walk your characters right up to the edge of the darkness if you can avoid it without having some idea of what's going to be there before you get there. Because otherwise what will happen is you will uncover a very nasty surprise at about the same time that you find whatever that is. You will also discover that you are too close to avoid it, which means that you lose some tactical options. So if you just run up against the fog of war all the time, then it becomes hard to do things like web or fireball your enemies. Okay. So now to get to the lighthouse, it's either right here or right here. And I'm going to be 100% honest, I don't remember which one, so we're going to try them both.
You have been waylaid by enemies and must defend yourself.
Lord. Okay, I guess. By enemy, you know, really.
What is it this time?
Because there was one ghoul and then a bunch of skeletons.
What's really not in this? Can I help you?
Let's give them a right thrashing.
Somebody shot Denny here. I can't believe it.
I can. Oh, my heart's really not in this.
Oh, there we go. That's all of it.
And I always am.
Some more arrows for Imoen, frankly.
It shall be as you wish.
I've done had enough of this.
Do they have anything else? That one's carrying darts. That's such a weird weapon to me. Especially for, like, skeletons to have. Every time I see that, I'm always like, okay. Alright, I guess.
You have but to ask.
I just tried to click and drag.
It shall be as you wish.
Oh, that's where Mellencamp was. That's right. I'm betting it's not this one then, because we should have explored all 4 sides of the map to try and unlock the other zones that would have been adjacent.
Darkness falls and nature sleeps.
Nope, actually.
Why do we still trump about?
There it is, in fact.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Now, chances are good here that they're going to be tired, so let's go ahead and rest. And here we are, the Sea Watcher.
Spare no one!
Oh,
For the fallen!
these hobgoblins, I swear they never learn.
My blade
Well, they
will
might
cut
be
you
from the
right.
chill. Maybe. Look at that, they just stacked right up for
For
us.
the fallen!
Thank you. Yes, they formed an orderly queue. Thank you, hobgoblins, actually.
Gorion would be proud of your actions.
Every time that we, like, just massacre a bunch of enemies,
For the group.
and then Khalid says, Gorion would be proud of your actions, it's always... That's so funny every time. Man, I wish rings stacked if they were just treasure items of the same type. Rings and necklaces. That would be great. Okay, I am going to go ahead and pick up these
I'm gone.
items. And I think it should be... Yes, this one, and maybe this one? No. There we go. Turning a small profit on the arrows there.
You have but to ask.
Tasselor. They use spears, but not magic ones.
Heart's really not in this.
Be interesting if they did, though. So there's some free advice for you. Actually, Dungeons & Dragons Beyond, D&D Beyond, just did, not too long ago, what I thought was a pretty interesting article about why your low-level players in your D&D game should have powerful magic items, or like what the benefits would be of that. So imagine giving a Rod of Wonder or a Ring of Invisibility or, you know, something like that, an Iron Flask and what have you, to a bunch of characters in a D&D game who are like, you know, first, second, third, fourth level. And rather than seeing that as unbalancing, see how that could become an adventure in and of itself. So here's some free advice. If you play Dungeons & Dragons or any sort of tabletop game, but especially D&D, then consider what an adventure it could be to have a powerful magic item fall into the hands of any unlikely character. That to say, imagine you have something like a Tasloy, right, or like a goblin, and then give it, I don't know, like a, you know, a +2 spear or some other similar powerful magic item. You know, not something like a Holy Avenger, maybe, perhaps, but a much more powerful magic item than that creature or character would normally have. And see how that rapidly can turn into an adventure. Like, you have to go and fight the local goblin tribe because they're stirring up trouble. Nobody knows why. They're really aggressive right now, and it's because their chieftain, you know, maybe he didn't even kill this adventurer. Maybe he found a dead adventurer in the woods and robbed their body. Or maybe the chieftain, you know, built a clever trap to take someone out that he couldn't take in a fair fight. That kind of thing, and wound up with like a firebrand.
Go for the ice boo.
Or some arrows of slaying, something like that. Something fairly impressive that he's using to rally the other goblins, that kind of thing.
I've done had enough of this.
Ah, night. It's good for sneaking up on evil.
Ah, nighttime. Good for sneaking up on evil. I love you, Miz. You're priceless. Oop, more wolves.
Let's give them a right
Heart's really
thrashing.
not in this.
My blade will cut you down to size.
Poor wolves. I'm sorry, wolves. They're trying to hit Khalid specifically, and it's like his AC's -4. I'm not sure that a normal, like, non-magical wolf can actually hit Khalid at this point.
Your actions.
He did it again. Unless they rolled like a critical. I'm genuinely not sure if they could hit him. They have to roll really high if they didn't roll a critical. And once you find the corner, of course,
It shall be as you wish.
do both sides. There we go.
You have but to ask.
Okay, so that should be the last zone in this area then. The Sword Coast. We know we're on the Sword Coast. You don't have to keep labeling it. I think, like, we all know. Did you all know that we're on the Sword Coast? Did you know that? I think even if you don't play D&D, or if you do play D&D but you don't play Forgotten Realms, you probably know by this point that we're on the Sword Coast. Oh, it's Ardruine. Ardruine.
Hey, friend.
Please help me. I don't know where else to turn. My little boy was playing in that abandoned lighthouse to the northwest when a pack of wargs surrounded it. Please just turn them back and I can coax him down. There's not much time.
Uh-oh. Cannot write for long. I'm faced with a pressing emergency. Wargs have surrounded an abandoned lighthouse to the west. Ahem. And poor Ardruine's son is trapped within. May Timora bless the peasants of this land, for their lives are never easy. Okay, here we go is the wall.
My
give them
blade
a
will
right
Here we
cut
go,
you down to
wargs.
size.
Well, wargs are no problem to us.
All right.
go. Looks abandoned. You peer inside and see only rotting beams and debris. Well, that was it. There we go. It's the whole lighthouse. I hope you enjoyed. Just gonna go let her know.
Thank you so much. You probably scared him as much as the wargs. I'll coax him down once you've left. Here, this money's all my husband brought back from market this past week, but take it. My son's life is worth this and so much more.
Oh, well, thank you. 60 gold. That's a lot, actually, for a peasant. I mean, like, they live in a copper and silver economy, and she's paying us in gold pieces. It's a different life when you're an adventurer. Go up this way so you can see the rest of the lighthouse. It is an old-fashioned medieval lighthouse. There we go. But you should still get to look at it.
Very nice.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate the follow, German lawyer. I also appreciate that name. That's amazing. We stand a good internet handle. Y'all know we are almost at 100 followers on both YouTube and Twitch, so I really appreciate all of the following here on YouTube, on Twitter, the Patreon pledges. I really do. And be sure to spread the word, and if you're watching right now and enjoying yourself, whether that is on Twitch or YouTube, thank you. Then be sure to go ahead and hit that follow button, because when we get to 100, I'm definitely going to have to do something special.
Go for the ice pool. Go for the ice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, my heart's really not in this.
It's a great game, and it's worth a lot of replaying. But are you playing it for the first time, or have you played it before? Oh my god, Siren, shut up.
It shall be as you wish.
Let's go get these guys before we pick up that treasure.
Really not in this.
Oh, you're in for a lot of treats then. So beware, of course, there will be some spoilers in this stream, obviously, if you've never played before.
Go for the ice pool. Go for the ice pool.
My blade will cut you down to size.
But it's such a fun game, it is really worth it. It's one of those classics that, like, a surprising number of people somehow kind of missed on the first go. But a lot of folks are being introduced to it now because the enhanced editions are out, and it gets kind of republicized, I think, every time that they do another one of those where they bring back the old Black Isle games. Who has our pearls? Khalid has them. There we go.
You have need of me? I'll do my best.
So, like, when they did Icewind Dale Enhanced Edition, then, of course, they talked about Baldur's Gate over again, and then they came out with Planescape Torment Enhanced Edition, which we will definitely have to get to at some point on the channel, because Planescape is so good. It's so good. I would argue that Planescape is probably Black Isle's magnum opus. That's probably their masterwork out of everything that they produced.
If none are better.
I love Icewind Dale 1 and 2. I love Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. they're all worth playing. And the stuff that came from Troika as well, because a lot of people worked at both of those studios. Those are all games that we will get to eventually.
You have but to ask.
But Planescape Torment is just... It's one of the top ones. It's one of the big ones. Safana.
I've been looking for strong men like yourselves.
Her. I love this character. I have a problem that only you could help me solve. Well, maybe we can try. Well, good sirs, you may call me Safana. You'll have to excuse me if I sound startled, but in the south where I come from, they don't grow their men as big as any of you. Anyhow, if you want, I have a way to make you all fabulously wealthy. In my possession, I have a map that gives the location of an old pirate treasure trove. According to the writings on the map, it's where the legendary Black Alaric dumped his treasure before being captured by the Omnian fleets. You interested in hearing more? Yeah, there are a few like that, and actually, last week, in fact, I mentioned this already on this stream, we had to pull back from a fight because we didn't have the right equipment, and the Basilisks were like turning our characters to stone and stuff. So we're gonna try and head back, maybe as part of this stream, actually, if we get through this area. And we're going to see what we can do about that to finish that up. I think so far on this series, that's the only time that we've had to do a tactical withdrawal. Oh, whatever, Safana. She'll be here. We'll put a mark. There we go. And if we ever want to come back, she'll be there. She will stand in the rain until we decide to come do the thing.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
Go for the eyes.
First wolves.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
Get him, Jin.
Go for the eyes. Go for the eyes.
Yeah, if you get a protection from petrification scroll, like one of the green ones, that is a huge boon in that area, and in any fight where you encounter those. Arkushu, standing right next to Safana.
Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, I love that voice.
Who might you be then? Oh, great adventurers, no doubt. I could tell by your hands, stained with magic in the effort of hefting a weapon. Such markings may be invisible to the average eye, but I can see them plain as day. I can see a lot plain as day. Care for a consultation? Perhaps a little old-fashioned palm reading, a little...
Oh, of course they had to use a racial slur. Well, I guess they didn't know in the 90s. What's weird here is that there is no reason whatsoever for them to use this word. And the reason why is because there actually is a culture in the Forgotten Realms. There is a human ethnicity called the Gur, G-U-R, Gur or Gur. I'm not sure which Ed Greenwood would prefer we pronounce it which way. So the Gur, who are based very definitively on the Romani. So why they didn't just say that, I don't know. But anyway, a little magic to steer your course straight and true. Do we see any harm in a little divination? Perhaps? Although I like this answer too, though. I have no use for your rambling incantations. I have access to my own magic. I have a direct hotline to God. Why would I need your paltry fortune-telling? Now, let's see what she says.
Let's have a look now. Interesting. Though you live the hard life now, your aunt tells of a softer existence not long ago. I assume that you've just recently taken to the road.
Sure. So I do not wish to know your opinion of my manicure.
I thought as much. Let's have a little closer look now. Back down your lifeline, I see a scholarly influence, and you are well educated. You had a mentor who was a great sage, perhaps of considerable power as well.
Sure.
You had a reasonably happy childhood with him, aside from being a little difficult. Oh my. Oh, but you were quite the little alien. I wonder where that comes from. Let's see what we can't learn about you. Back before this Ryan. Further back I see... Merciful gods. I see a long and happy life for you and yours. 10 gold, please, and I'll be on my way.
Interesting. Yes, what upset her so?
What did you see? I saw nothing. You'll live a long and happy life. I'll be going now. Back from me.
Oh. Okay, so shall we press her for more answers, or shall we just pay her and send her on her way? She's being dramatic enough for the both of us at the moment, so, On the one hand, Jin does know how to read the room, but on the other, we do need information. Alright, we'll see what she'll tell us.
I've told you all I'm going to. Stay back from me. Your life is none of my affair.
Well, I don't want to be rude.
Stay away from me. I warn you, I'll not let you near me.
Uh-oh. Yes, if you press her too much.
All right.
Ooh. Unfortunate.
I'll do my best.
Let's see, look what you all do. That's alright, though, because... Ta-da! She doesn't have to die.
You have but to ask.
Here we go.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, she's a very easy kill, and she does come with a knave's robe and a spell scroll. So, if you come to this area earlier in the game, then she's a quick kill for some halfway decent stuff, especially if you're a mage. So... But we won't press her this time. Say, what is it you saw? Okay, well, we won't press her this time. We'll say, here's the gold you asked for.
I changed my mind. I shan't touch it. I'll take nothing from you. Leave me.
That's fine. At least she lived, right? And honestly, like, we're heroes, right? She didn't mean us any ill, obviously. I would rather that she live than that we had, 600 experience points. That's not that much to us right now. Yeah, Durlag's Tower is an endgame dungeon.
Can I assist you?
So it is possible to go there early, but it's a deadly place, but it's full of so much good stuff, too. So we will head there later. We haven't been yet in this playthrough, but we will be going there eventually. Oh, Polonia says, I know why you're here. It's the same reason everyone else comes to see me, and you shall get the same answer. I do not know where the iron shortage will let up, when the iron shortage will let up. I have no clue as to who controls the bandits in the area, and I have no interest in accompanying you to the gambling tables in Baldur's Gate. Yeah, level 4 is pretty early, because there are some spots in Durlag's Tower that, even if you are max level for the game and have really good equipment, there are a few places in the tower where it can still give you some trouble, particularly depending on what your party composition is and how you've built them. Like, for example, if you don't have enough ranks in Find Traps with your thief, whether that's Imoen or somebody else, Durlag's Tower can kick your ass pretty quickly. So that's why we're waiting to head that way. We may visit there soon, we'll see. Maybe after we get to the next chapter. So, Polonia. Let's see. What good of your musings if you do not have practical use? No, let's say, pardon me, but if you do not trouble yourself with the events of the day, what purpose do your stargazings serve? What purpose? The Sword Coast is by no means the center of the universe. Lives and dramas are lived out across the realms. There are lands closer than you would think that neither know nor care about our little problems. Ooh, and what of them? What intrigues lay beyond our borders?
Well, just across the southern mountains, there are troubles brewing in Great Arm that will make our current concern seem small by comparison.
By the way, this is a reference to Baldur's Gate 2.
To the far north, there is a city where winter never rears its ugly head. A city that has not been seen nor heard from for many a year, but will soon welcome the return of a multitude of citizens.
That's Neverwinter Nights.
Both of these events will unfold regardless of our current troubles. Great may be our concerns, but much more is on the horizon. Leave me be. I have much to think upon.
Interesting. Hey, Nivni. Oh, man, yes. Yes. I know what you're talking about, and it's, that's a good part. Well, a Baloth is, yeah, it's a type of demon. Or are you talking about Baloth, you're talking about the Dark Elf Mage, aren't you? Yes, yeah, okay, yeah, the Drow. Yeah, we met him and we abandoned him as well because we're using this party composition, but... Uh-oh, some sirens. Oh, and yeah, that's kind of, I thought you're playing with a mostly evil party then. So, but yeah, that's kind of what you have to do in a lot of Durlag's Tower is cheese the fights. You have to, kind of like grab them and kite them apart so that you're not fighting a whole group at once, that kind of thing.
This is not your place. This is the home of Syl's tribe. Dirty landfolk, you shall suffer for your trespass.
Okay, well...
Go for the eyes, fool! Go for the eyes!
Who is over here? Oh, it's Minsk, okay. That is unfortunately a bit much for a web spell, I think. Let's see if we can take her down as quickly as possible. There we go. The leader is the most dangerous one, of course.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
Oh, a cave.
I can but try.
Oh no. Oh no, they charmed Jin. Uh-oh. Can we... I don't think that we have a spell for that. Oh no.
It's none of them.
Okay, well... Here's what we're gonna do then. We're just gonna... We're gonna give him time to kind of clear his head. Oh man, yes. That can be a nasty one. Because they're all like right there. And so as soon as you see one of them, they all aggro. Oh, there we go.
How may I be of assistance? It shall be as you
Head
wish.
back. And of course, being mages, they all start throwing spells at you. So it's like, oof. And they're not pushovers by the time that you get to that part, so... someone leveled up. Who was it? Ah, Imowen. Hey! Speak of the devil. I want to rank up her pickpockets so bad. Her find traps is at 85. I think let's do it. Let's sink that into pickpockets, because we have some pockets that we do need to pick. And where's everybody else? Oh yeah, especially because Lightning Bolt is so nasty anyway. 10,000. Ooh, Denny here is going to be the next one to level up to level 6. She needs less than 1,800. Ah, love that. Very nice. It really is. In case you were not here for the early parts of this stream, or the early parts of this series, go back on YouTube and check the first time that we got to Baragost. And when we first went to Baragost and we met, oh, what's her name? I can never remember when I'm not looking at her. The actress. And you have the bard who tricks you into going over and talking to her, and she always opens that fight with lightning bolt, like first thing.
I can but try.
And we had to load it 4 or 5 times to get that fight right, because she would cast lightning bolt and it would bounce and kill like 2 or 3 people, where it bounced through our party like a couple of times and hit them more than once. And then at the end, the best we could do was she still killed Garrick and like 4 townspeople, I think? Yes, Silky, there we go. Yes. Yeah, I usually kill her because I'm usually playing a good character. We don't have a spell at the moment, that's fine. But she cast that lightning bolt and she killed half the town. They weren't even on screen, it just went bouncing down the street and around the corner in front of the Burning Wizard Tavern, or Inn and Tavern.
I shall
it was like,
oh. What is it this time?
Okay. Yes, you can. Of course, we can't in this game because he died. Silky killed him. But oh, I should have let that golem come to us. Did you hear the trap trigger? And it paralyzed Khalid. Whew. See, so there are definitely traps in here.
I'm gone.
You have but to ask.
You're gonna have to take it slowly.
Yes.
Let's try to get him back up into the green at least. Yeah, one more. I don't remember. I think it depends on the conversation options that you offer him, because I think you can send him back to the Friendly Arm Inn, which is what happens with most characters. Like if you decline their initial offer to join, then they will go to the Friendly Arm Inn and wait for you. But yeah, usually that's what happens. He just kind of hangs out in the street unless you send him somewhere, I think.
Evil round every corner.
Man, those flesh golems pack a punch.
You have but to ask.
Oh, dang it. You know what? I literally just hit the save button. So I'm gonna cheese that one. I'm absolutely gonna load that. There we go. See, look at this. I just need to be smarter about this and actually send Imowen ahead, which I'm not doing. Yeah. Zar and Montaron are very evil, and at a certain point, if you get too good or too heroic, then they'll go hostile. So, it can be pretty difficult, actually. It's one of the reasons that we're not playing an evil party right now. Of course, this is also the canon party for Baldur's Gate 2, and since I know we're eventually going to play Baldur's Gate 2 on the channel, that's the main reason that we're doing this, but also a lot of party compositions can be very difficult to make them work, and that's one of the reasons why.
There's something most unnatural here, and I want no part of it.
Yeah, at least Zar is entertaining. Montaron, though, is just kind of like creepy and wicked, you know.
This way.
But so it depends a lot on who you have in your party. Different characters do or don't get along to different degrees. So like, for example, you cannot actually have Minsk and Denahir in your party if you also have, what's his name? The red wizard that you meet in Nashkel. Why can I not remember his name? No, come on now, Flesh Golem. But if you try to put them in a party together, eventually they'll, like, attack each other.
What you want? I've done had enough of this.
Ooh, look at this. Big stash. Okay, come on. This way. There we go. We got the right people up front this time. Yeah, Minsk is a ranger.
You have but to ask.
Although he has a special ability, which is he can also go berserk. So he's kind of a call forward to barbarians as well, which didn't really come along until 3rd edition D&D. They existed in 2nd edition, but not in the fashion we're used to. Look at this. So much good stuff. Oh, she's full too. Oh my gosh, really?
Full plate and packing steel.
Now everyone's inventory cannot be full. There we go. Goodness gracious.
What is it this time?
That book put him so far over that it slowed him down. Lol. Okay. Alright, well, let's see what Denahir can identify without... There we go, without dropping anything. Darts of wounding. Okay, that's what we figured. This is a wand of some kind. I think this is a wand of thunder, maybe? We will find out. And a cloak. Ooh, we've not found a lot of cloaks.
Full plate and packing steel.
I knew that was going to happen. I knew, and I walked over there anyway. I'll just eat that one.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
It's better to rest in here than to rest outside.
It shall be as you wish.
Now, Minsk, come on. Your saving throws are better than that, surely. Gross. Gross. Now we have to wait for him to stop being paralyzed before we can... Okay, well, you know what? While we're doing that, actually, let's just go ahead and... There we go. And actually... Do we have... Oh, no, protection from petrification's first level, so this works out perfectly. We'll have to reset her spells, and we'll set them to protection from petrification so that we can go and do the basilisks. Anytime, Minsk.
This group shows promise exceptional.
Yeah. Don't worry, it makes me want to cry too. And I should point out, if it makes you feel any better or worse, I actually do have the scroll case and the potion case. So, you know, there you go. Oh, actually, I should put some of these potions away. That's why I'm having so much trouble. Another potion of infravision. What else did we get? Potion of absorption. We actually didn't look at what we pulled out of that stash. An elixir of health. Okay. And this should be antidotes. Yes. Antidote. Is anybody else carrying... No. Okay. Then in that case, I'm actually going to leave that with him because he needs it more than anybody else, really. Yeah, I don't have the gem bag because I think, if I remember correctly, Crow or somebody else might might be able to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in Baldur's Gate 1 there is only one of each container, and so what that means is that you can't just buy more, and you have to get some of them in special waves. And one of those is, I think, the gem bag you can only get if you do Mira's quest. Okay, she just ran. Which, of course, we have not done because we're using a different party, and she's not in our party. Can I please have some sleep? Thank you. Goodness gracious. Okay. Now, Cloak first. Oh, here we go. The Cloak of the Wolf. Relaire's Mistake. A great amount of irony surrounds the creation of this magical cloak. Relaire was a mage who overestimated the amount of control he had over magic, kind of like Melicamp. And in the course of creating this garment, he apparently inflicted lycanthropy upon himself. The wearer can change form whenever he wishes. Relaire was not so lucky. So yes, you can polymorph into a wolf at will, and it only lasts 2 turns. So... Oh, you're thinking of Firebead Elvenhair, and he wants the history of the Fateful Coin. That is where you get the scroll case, actually. Yeah, no, I think that's where you get the scroll case. The potion case, I don't remember where we got that. I think some other quest. And then the gem bag, I think you get from Nira's quest line. Let's see. Who would benefit from turning into a wolf? Maybe Denny here? After she's out of magic. She does have a lot of magic saved up, though, so... Nira is a... she's a character who was added in the Enhanced Edition re-release. She is a mage that you can meet in Baragos. She's the one, if you've played the Enhanced Edition, who... she gets attacked by Red Wizards of Thay in the street, kind of outside of the Thunderhammer Smithy. And she has a quest that takes you down into an area in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. Yeah, we haven't done hers either. We might at some point, but we haven't done it yet. Okay, there we go. There's arrows of biting. What else did we have? Here we go. The wand. Probably going to be the least interesting thing. Wand of Paralyzation. Stuns the target. They have to save versus wand at -4 penalty for 1 turn. That could be useful. That could definitely be useful. We've got to do something about her inventory. Well, we'll get there. We'll worry about that later. Right now, another manual. Oop. This time, it's a manual of bodily health. A typical manual of bodily health provides the reader with valuable information regarding preventative medicine, basic first aid, and proper muscle toning. As if this isn't enough, the manual is also magically enhanced, thereby allowing an individual to raise his or her constitution by a single point. Unfortunately, the manual will disappear after a single use. So this is just like the one that raised our charisma, except it gives us a point of constitution. So who should get that? Constitution, of course, is going to raise our hit points and make us more resistant to things like poison. So Jin has got 15 constitution. Khalid has 17. Jaheira has 17. They're both pretty good. Of course, 18 is always better than 17. But, oh yes, Melicamp the chicken. Yeah, we did that one. We found him a couple episodes back. Minsk weirdly has 15 constitution as well. Imowen has 16, not bad, actually better than us, and Denninger has 16, so actually everybody's is pretty good. I feel like either Jin or Minsk should get it then. Don't you? Because they have the lowest constitution, so it's going to have the greatest benefit if it goes to one of them. Now, Minsk is in our front line, but Jin kind of is too. So see, I'm torn because Minsk already has more hit points than Jin, but not by a lot. It's because he's level 6. and a ranger, so we get more hit points than a cleric. Jin is a spellcaster, though, so he kind of divides his time back and forth, and he's got a better armor class and more resistances than Minsk. But again, if he goes down, then, you know, Oh, you mean, oh yeah, what's his name? Thalantir, I think, who lives in the High Hedge. Yeah, that might be where we got the potion case, actually. Because remember, I couldn't recall where we got the potion case. I think that's Thalantir. I may be mistaken about that, though. But that could be it. So, yeah, I'm kind of torn. Both of them would benefit. You know, at the end of the day, Jin is the one who, if he dies, we have to load the game. So, probably we should give it to him. Where did it go? There we go. So, speak up if you have an objection, but otherwise, we'll also do that. Otherwise, +1 Constitution to Jin. Go. Going once. Going twice. 16 Constitution will be a nice improvement for him. Let's see how many hit points he gets from it. Ooh. Not bad. He got 6 HP out of that. That's 1 per level. Very nice. Well then. Jin is a priest of Tyr, so he's a priest of justice. I think that takes care of everything that we needed to... Yeah, everything we needed to identify. Or are you also playing a cleric of Tyr? It's pretty good. Like, Exaltation's a very good power. Okay, and we still have 1 identify spell left, so let's do this. We're going to turn all of these into protection from petrification.
Yes?
And then the next time that we rest, we will be able to visit the Basilisks, our old friends, the Basilisks, again. Bless is a very good spell. That's one of those spells that it never stops being useful, because it just makes you better at hitting things, and there's never really a time when being more accurate is not useful. So... I'm sorry, who was that? Oh, it was a squirrel. You see, showing up as a character. Okay. Goodness gracious. I was like, who's that? So yeah, Syl was living in here, but the reason there were traps and things is because that was the Pirate's Cave, so that's where the Savannah's map takes you. If you choose to have her join you. Yeah, it probably was Elminster. He would do something like that. Yes, that's a good combination. Yeah, they don't last for very long. None of those buffs do. Chant and Defensive Harmony are pretty powerful as well, especially they can turn the tide in like a really nasty fight. But Bless is one of those that it's always good. And to me, it kind of scales at higher levels because it makes you hit more often. And the higher level you are, the more effect you have, like when you hit somebody.
How may I be of assistance? You have but to ask.
And so that means that, you know, if you increase your accuracy, then
it shall be as you wish.
When you are when you hit someone and it has a strong effect, then that means that anything that causes you to hit more often kind of gets more powerful because it's having a stronger impact when you subsequently hit somebody, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's a very good spell. Okay, so here's what we need to do. We've got to go back to Baragost because that's on the way to the Basilisks.
You have been waylaid by enemies.
Oh, kobolds, really?
Heart's really not in this.
All right. And I always am.
Go for the eyes,
Heart's
Boo!
really not
Go
in this.
for the eyes!
Actual real
I shall attend to
kobolds.
it in a trice.
Okay, we've got to go back because we need to sell some stuff. Khalid, you have room in your inventory, so
If
you
none
pick
are
things
better.
up. Is there anything even to pick up? We need to sell some duplicate scrolls, and we also need to sell our enchantment scrolls because Denny
I shall
here
attend to it in a trice.
cannot learn those spells. So yeah, that's a danger in some of the higher level areas. You wind up just not being able to hit anybody unless you have a spell like Bless on. Now, part of that, of course, is because you went there at an earlier level. You said, like, level 4.
I must rest.
At higher levels, you wouldn't need Bless to hit them, but Bless still makes it easier because Bless reduces the number of misses that you're going to experience, and that's just always going to be a good thing.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Alright, as is tradition, we will sleep here at the Burning Wizard. There we go. Everyone's healed. Now, do you have... No, okay. That's why I was going to go to Feldapost Inn here a moment ago. We'll go there and sell a bunch of our duplicate crap. Yeah, see, because Chapter 1 is tied to events rather than to locations, so it's easy to get lost if you don't go where it kind of sends you, where the Zar and Montaron and Khalid and Jaheira all tell you they need to go to Nashkel, and if you don't head there, then Chapter 2 never happens until you go to Nashkel, so you can get fooled into being like, oh, no, I'm supposed to be here, because the game didn't tell me not to come here. And it's like, oof. Okay, all of these rings. All of these pearls, moonstones, friends, and charm person. We'll sell those. Okay, here we go. Now we're making room in our inventories. There we go. See, I wish that rings and necklaces stacked because they're just junk items. They literally do nothing. Except you can sell them for cash. Chill touch, infravision. I'm going to sell those because she knows the spell and she's never going to need to cast 4 copies of it. So, you have anything that we need to sell? No. Anything else here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good sign. When you open a treasure chest and you find 29,000 gold pieces in one stack, it's like, oh, this is probably not a level 4 dungeon. Whoops. I did the same thing a long time ago. The first time that I went to Durlag's Tower, the same thing happened to me. It's like, oh man, I had to fight some really tough monsters to get in here. There must be some good stuff. And then went inside and almost immediately found a high-level magic item. Was like, oh, I probably should go before something kills me. Whoops. Uh-oh. Okay, she has... No, he has it. Okay. Protection from evil. And she should have color spray. There we go. Okay, so we need to start using some of these extra scrolls and things. For sure. So we know how to do some of that. Shouldn't be anything else that we have to do here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, the demon, you need to do specific stuff to hit him. You just have to deal more damage than he heals, and you have to have ways to stop his regeneration. And so if you don't have access to certain spells, then that can be a really tough fight. But yeah, that's very funny. It's just, whoops. Okay, I do want to go finish the Basilisks, so even though normally I'd stop at about this time, let's go do that first. We've rested. We're good to go. And there are some other good treasures and things over here that I don't want to leave behind, so... Okay, there we go. Let's head straight over.
But to ask.
Because we know right about where they are. Oh, these gnolls are going to stop us on the way, of course. Now, after we finish here, don't let me forget. Y'all have got to remind me, or I will not remember, that we need to change her spells back from protection from petrification to her normal spread.
For the fallen!
And there we go.
If none of
I believe you pick this stuff up. Okay, stop getting hung up on each other. More bearer's bonds. Okay, so here is what we're gonna do. No, not that. Let's... Gonna go ahead and... Actually, you know, we should assign some quick spells. We haven't done that yet. Go. I have played on all difficulty levels, but this is normal difficulty for this Let's Play. Okay, there we go. We've got armor. Now let's go ahead and use this scroll of protection from petrification as well. Because there may be a time when we'll need one for an emergency or something, but that's going to be few and far between. So I would rather have the slot in our inventory right now, actually. There we go. And one more. I don't think that Imoen and Denahir actually need this spell on them. I think they're good without it.
You have but to ask.
Let's go. Let's do it. You can hear them scrabbling around in the dark, just out of sight.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
That's right. No petrification this time, huh? Yep, it's not happening now. The only weapon you had that worked against us, defeated by a level 1 spell, which admittedly, honestly, I was our greatest obstacle because previously, because I had just completely forgotten why she couldn't learn the spell and thought it was a glitch. Ooh, I found some magic bullets. And Denahir leveled up. Her reward for a job well done. Thank you, beautiful lady, for protecting us from the Basilisks. You can, if you have the Stone to Flesh spell, but it's a higher level spell that costs a lot of money, and so you have to buy a scroll from like a priest or something from a temple if you can't cast it yourself yet. All of her saving throws got better. Look at this. She got a weapon proficiency, folks. Now, we don't have any choice. We have to put that in Quarterstaff. It's the other weapon she has. She can only ever have one rank in any given weapon anyway, you know. And she needs a melee proficiency because otherwise, when she does have to use that Quarterstaff, she's not even proficient with it and takes a huge penalty. So we have to put it in Quarterstaff. I know we've been carrying around darts for forever. That can be what we do next. And then eventually one day, dagger. But it's got to be Quarterstaff for now. And And she should also have, there we go, got a 3rd level slot. She doesn't get 4th level slots until 1 more level next time. So this time, let's see. We've got Fireball, we've got Lightning Bolt. What else should we have? Maybe Spell Thrust? Maybe Flame Arrow? Flame Arrow's pretty good. It's better at higher levels, but it's not bad. The problem is, see, you only get 1 shot with it at this level. You don't get a 2nd shot until level 10. So I'm thinking maybe either Spell Thrust or maybe Remove Magic. See, this is the combat version of Dispel. She is recruited. Denna here is a canon character. So the only character we made for this was generic. Everybody else is a canon character that you can meet and pick up somewhere in the game. I'm really torn. Flame Arrow is a really good single target hit, and she actually doesn't have a lot of those. Maybe that is the best way to go. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, there we go. See, look at that. 7,000 experience points for that Greater Basilisk. That's another reason that we didn't want to sit on that, and we wanted to come back here. Okay, now let's regroup. Yes, yeah, you pick up Minsk and Nashkel, and then his quest line will lead you west to the Knoll Fortress, where you will rescue Denna here. There are, of course, more basilisks over this way. Oop, here we go. Look at all these statues of people that the basilisks have gotten before us.
Greetings. I am Mutamin. I hope you enjoy the artwork my pretty lizards have sculpted. They sculpt with their eyes. They sculpt when nasty travelers come by, yes. I don't like nasty travelers. They should keep to the roads. Is it just me, or is the world filled with wackos? Okay, Mr. Psycho Gnome, I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but we're really not interested in your rock garden. Gosh. And yes, that's the red wizard who wants to kill her, which you also meet in Nashkel. Those are the ones you can't have in the same party. You murdering psychopath, your lizards have killed people. We're not about to let them keep on killing. Well, that's pretty dramatic. We haven't gotten to be melodramatic in a while, and we are heroes. And this guy does seem pretty evil. So how about we just yell at him? We've not done this, I think, the entire stream yet, so we kind of have to. You will go nowhere. You will join the beautiful work of art that stands before you. You will become a piece of the art forever. I don't think we shall, actually. Alright, first things first. Let's get rid of some of those copies of Mutamins. Okay, good. That takes care of him. Now let's get the Greater Basilisk. Our protection spell will protect us, as it is meant to do. You saw the statue over there. Actually, if you have a Stone to Flesh spell, then let's make a note there. We could come back. Excellent. Now the Lesser Basilisk. It'll be easier to kill.
I'll do my best.
Ta-da! Look at that, so much experience. Why do these mages never have magic weapons? It's so weird. Yes, if you get Stone to
wish.
Flesh scroll, you absolutely can come here and change this statue back into a living person. Let's get this other basilisk. Minsk doesn't need to help with this, it's fine. This area can be dangerous if you don't know where the basilisks are.
Another friend.
Oh my gosh, they actually got Emily. No, because we didn't. Oh, now I have to load it. Oh my god.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Oh my god. Okay, well, you know what? Here, we have another protection from petrification.
You have but
Let's
to
just
ask.
prevent that from happening. There.
You have but to ask.
Now it can't happen again. I thought that, with, everyone else in the front, they wouldn't aggro on Emmeline or Denna here, but that's okay. Oh, that actually went better that time. Went down a lot faster. Yeah, this is going really great, in fact.
You have but to ask.
Can I do my best?
Let's grab all of this stuff again. That's just a mage robe of electricity resistance, I think. And that should be horror and stinking cloud. Yeah. Let's see if Denny here can ID this stuff. Yep, bullet +1. There we go. She can carry those up there. Oh, it's an adventurer's robe. Okay. This robe has been specially enchanted to meet the eclectic needs of the adventuring mage. Aside from shielding the wearer from various forms of crushing damage, AC +1 versus crushing attacks, it also provides protection from the Basilisk's petrifying gaze and polymorphing powers of rival mages. As with other such robes, the adventurer's robe can only be worn by those engaged in the wizardly profession. So yes, save versus petrification and polymorph +1. We will be selling that. But it is a great item to have early on if you can find those. The knave's robes are much more common.
It shall be as you wish.
Here, ladies, you stay back here a little bit. We'll be sure to aggro on people who are protected from the gate's attack, and no concern there. But see, yeah, if you don't know and you come in on this corner and go right up through here, all of this is like basilisks.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Very nasty, very quickly.
I can but try.
What is it this time? It shall be as
Oh,
you wish.
got through it that time. No petrifications. Oh, they're just going to slow us down. We have basilisks to fight. Leave us alone.
If none are better.
Grab these gems real quick. More floor cash.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
A dead bear.
For the fallen!
Turned to stone. You can't turn back all of these people, unfortunately, but if the statue has a blue ring around the bottom, you can.
You had need of me?
Like Bronwyn back in the carnival. In fact, you can take the scroll that you get from the carnival guy to bring Bronwyn back and bring it up here and use it on this statue. I don't know why you would do that.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Because if you're not going to use Bronwyn and you're more interested in this person. But you'd have to know they were here and know who they are. So we will come back here after we can cast Stone to Flesh ourselves. It's a high-level cleric spell, but we're not too far away from getting it. Okay, there we go, folks. Oh my goodness, we did it. We finally did it. We took out the basilisks. Awesome. And we don't have anything else that we need identified. That's good. Okay, so we are done here. We are done here and we are ready to move on, I think. Which is great. So yeah. Best place to head... honestly, might as well go to the Friendly Arm Inn. Oh, that was very loud. Wow.
I shall attend to it in a trap.
Huh. Sorry if that was as loud for you as it was for me. Dang.
I can but try.
All of those spells wearing off at one time. It's just like boom. Like a roll of thunder.
You have but to ask. It shall be as you
Okay,
wish.
so we are going to head in here and we're going to rest. And that's going to be the end of our stream, and there's nowhere else left for us to go. I mean, so we have these quests. This is the same quest. And then we have Gerke's Cloak, which you may remember from Chapter 1, was lost in the Cloakwood. So there we go. The Cloakwood is, in fact, our next destination. So that's where we will head next time. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate the follows and the chat being active tonight. Always love that. Love getting to interact with y'all. Thank you for all of the recent follows on YouTube and stuff as well. If you're watching the YouTube upload after I have put it there and added it to our playlist, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you are so inclined. And if you want to subscribe on Twitch as well, you can do that. Pledge to our Patreon. We have some more polls coming up soon because, of course, Hellgate London is running out, our Thursday series, which means that our patrons will get to help me shortlist the next games that are going to go on our public Twitter side poll for everybody to decide on like how that's going to develop. So make sure to head over there and do follow on Twitter as well. Keep an eye out because that is where those polls will be. Well, thank you for coming. Thank you for following. I'm going to go ahead and save this one and then I'm going to tag out. That's going to be it for me. Don't forget to stop by on Monday because Specific Pixel and I will be finishing the 13th doll. I'm very excited about that. And of course, like I said, Hellgate London on Thursday, and I will be back next Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, which is New York and Miami time here in the US, with more Baldur's Gate, when we will then go to the Cloakwood and we will progress the main story a little bit more. I'll look forward to seeing you then. And don't forget to vote in our current poll on Twitter. I'll catch you next time. Until then, as always, thanks for playing.